Yo, what's Upper One Abigor here today? I'm back here for another banging video. So today, we're talking about Tony Khan once again. Oh man, Tony Khan, man. It's been a lot with you, bro. A lot of things going on with you, man. So, it's really about what happened at AEW Dynasty. Um, about how the show turned out, or really how the ending turned out. But we'll get to that in a minute. And because of that, we're here to talk about the truth about Tony Khan. So let's just get straight to it. So the truth about Tony Khan is that we all know he's not a good booker. That's why you have this thumbnail right here. Worst booker and promoter of the year. Should be worst booker and promoter of all time. But that's the thing about it, because he's never been a good booker. He's never been a good promoter. Because I've said this many times before, now I'm saying he doesn't carry himself as a professional businessman, which is why he hasn't really made a appropriate like collab with WWE, and it's basically just doing this Forbidden Door stuff with New Japan. But that's the thing about it, man, because Tony Khan has the same booking and it has the same champions. Like, Waven is all this that you're having on your shows. Know what I'm saying? So this is something that you could fix right here, Tony. Because I don't understand how people are just now realizing this, that you're not a good booker. And AEW Dynasty was a perfect example of this. Like, this had been one of the worst shows that I've ever pre-seen. And why I say pre-seen was because obviously I didn't watch the whole pay-per-view. I just watched clips online because I'm not about to waste my time watching this AEW garbage. Know what I'm saying? But what I really want to talk about was the ending that people was jizzing over about Swerve not winning the title. Like, do y'all realize that Swerve's first title reign was mid? Like, what does Swerve do to elevate the AEW World title? Like, y'all wanted him to become world champion after his feud the first time with Hangman Adam Page, and then he became champion, and then nothing happened. Nothing really happened, bro. All basically happened was him getting jobbed out to Bryan Danielson at All In. So, what's really the agenda there? What's really the agenda for you to put this perspective on him being a world champion again if Jon Moxley just keep burying all his talent? Like, he beat Cope, he beat Swerve. I'm pretty sure he defended against Orange Cassidy too. Like, what's gonna be next, bro? What's gonna be next for Moxley? What's gonna be the next opponent? Because I don't know if Swerve's gonna get in a rematch. Talk about a rematch clause. Because Moxley's been champion 4 times. I don't know what's so great about that. Like, what's so great about this, Tony? Because you want to have all these smarky stuff in your company and not book things that people want to actually see, and not book things that people actually, you know what I'm saying, want to get right, that people want to get excited for. And that's why your ratings is down. That's why nobody's watching, because nobody could take your company serious when it comes to this. That's the truth about it. That's the truth about your company. Because basically stole your dad's money to start up this company with your best friends, and now you're using your bottomless pockets to overpay these wrestlers and to use this against the agenda of having top talent. By Mercedes having 4 belts, because we all know she's going to touch that world title soon. She's going to go after that title soon, because that's basically the main thing that she wants. Forget her being the mid card. She wants to be in the main title scene. That's what she really wants. I mean, that's what they did for Britt Baker. They put her in the main event title scene. Same thing with Toni Storm. But that's the thing they need to change around here, bro. That's the thing that they need to elevate around here. Because if they don't elevate anything, there's really no reason for it to be at a perspective of where it could really elevate the titles to a different level. And that's the thing with Tony Khan. He doesn't know how to do that. He just like to do things his own way. He just likes to do things. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like this. I'm gonna like this. I don't care if anybody else like this, but I like this, so I'm gonna do it. And that's why your ratings is down. That's why you're getting outbeaten by NXT, aka the same show that y'all bragged about beating years ago, and now you're losing to them. That's why y'all went 2 years without getting a million viewers. Because Tony Khan has this huge ego of where he thinks that everything that he books is going to be automatically great. But he knows deep down nobody's going to watch that stuff, because AEW is going to be AEW with all these death matches and all this other scrap stuff. And Jon Moxley doing the same stuff every single time with all this deathmatch stuff. Him basically risking himself to be paralyzed, and he could have ended his career. So, y'all call that a good product? Y'all call that having all that unnecessary bookness a good product? Obviously not. Because you out here doing all this goofy stuff for your company, Tony, and you still don't learn. You still don't learn how to book yourself in a bigger predicament as all of the other folks that's basically trying to work themselves to try to get them in. But it's not working. It's not working to an extent because you don't know how to book. Like, what's even what's even the point of this, bro? What's even the point of this? Like, the the other truth of this is that people will never take you serious until you start taking yourself serious. All right? Start taking yourself serious, because that's why people look at you as a joke. That's why people look at you as a non-threatening company owner, because you have no respect for the wrestling business, bro. You have no respect for this business. If you're basically just using your pockets to give these people a little bit of shine, and just not being put on TV at all for the rest of eternity. And that's basically all you have done throughout your entire tenure of being the AEW owner. Okay? That's why people had to get up out of there. That's why Cody had to get up out of there. That's why Punk had to get up out of there. That's why Malachi Black had to get up out of there. That's why Ricky Starks could get up out of there. That's why Ethan Page had to leave. That's why Jay Cargill had to leave. That's why Saraya had to leave. Okay? All those people had to leave because you're not a good booker. You're not a good promotion owner, and you're not a good promoter. Like, you need to get yourself together, Tony. Get yourself together, bro. Stop doing all this goofy stuff and actually take this serious, bro. Because one way or another, bro, this could end very, very rough for you, man. This could end very, very rough. And we're just looking out for you, bro. Because we need you to do better. If we talk about having some actual competition to be focused on, right? But what actual competition are you up against? What actual competition are you? Because no actual competition will be doing the same goofy stuff that you're doing. That we're basically still calling you out for. So take that. Alright? But yeah, man, that's pretty much all I gotta say about this video. You know the truth about Tony Khan. You know, comment down below what y'all think about this topic as always. Yeah, I'll see y'all boys in the next video. Peace.